We're back, everybody, and it is time to crown a new champion. Foggy versus Moon in the grand final, best of 5. Foggy has the higher seed and therefore a little bit of advantage when it comes to server selection and map selection. But we start at a 0-0, no map advantage for anybody. Foggy is so dominant this entire tournament. It's absolutely unbelievable. This is a performance that we usually see from the Moons of the world, from the Lins of the world, from the Happies of the world. Not dropping a single map in a stacked tournament like this is probably the strongest Foggy we've ever seen.
Yeah, absolutely. And Foggy beating Sock, Laliat, and Moon 3-0, 2-0, 2-0 to get here. Ridiculous. Moon also having a really good performance, defeating Fortitude, defeating Chamiko, and then obviously losing to Moon, then defeating Focus. So he hasn't proven much in Night Elf Mirror, whereas Foggy just did, and Foggy also did versus Laliat. So maybe a matchup tough to say that Moon is struggling in, perhaps, but we'll see how much he learned. He is the player. Like, if you were to ask most top players, who would you be most likely to lose to, after they have a little bit of time to study you? It would be Moon. It would always be Moon. You lose 3, or he loses 3 games. He's going to learn so much from those 3 losses, and then he's going to bring that, and he's going to adjust, and he's going to have probably a lot of new ideas this series.
It's going to be incredible. $700,000 prize money. The first to ever do it. World ranking 2nd place since today. He is the 2nd player that scratches at the 2,600 ELO points. Only Happy is better, who just cracked the 2,700, by the way, which is a new ELO record. But yeah, he has a new challenger that was formerly his protege, and that is Foggy. What? I still stunned to how few mistakes he's making, how composed he is, never breaking a sweat really, never put in a position where he was threatened. Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting map 1. You have a task here yourself, and that is to raise this number over the beautiful head of Mr. Remo Demo, one of the top 15 players in Germany, by the way, and participating in the ESL Meisterschaft relegation this Wednesday and Thursday. Raise it to 7,000. I want to see a 7 up there. We are $175 away. Use the Twitter quest. Chip in. If it's just $1, it helps. We got so many thousand people here watching this. Is this worth $1? I definitely think so. We got the best player of all time in this tournament, and he is shining bright. But the brightest star on the firmament in the W3Champions Season 8 is the guy from the Ukraine, and that is Foggy, and he is aiming for his first championship in quite a while. There was always 2nd place, of course, for him when he fell to Happy. He has a strong opponent here now. Can he go all the way, or will Moon take revenge? Let's have ourselves a wonderful grand final.
All right, and yeah, Amazonia to start things off, and this, of course, was the map in last series where Foggy went for the pot 'em all in, and Moon went for the Demon Hunter with almost a crazy defense, but Foggy somehow found an opening to win the game, and this time around, Foggy's going to change things up, maybe expecting Moon to change things up, but Moon doing no such thing. He's just going to stick to the Demon Hunter, stick to what he's comfortable with, and we might finally, Neo, get a Bear Mirror.
Oh yeah, I love that on this map with Zeppelin drops towards the trees. Haven't seen that here so far. We do have a couple of new subs coming in, and before the heat is rising, we want to thank all of them. Genard66, thank you for your prime. Monteran, thank you for the prime. Chris, thank you for the prime. Andy for the tier 1 sub. Clorky with the 100 bits, and Schworst with the 2-month resub. Keep them coming, boys. We gladly appreciate your subs, your donations, your primes, and your contributions towards the prize pool. The 7K must be cracked throughout this grand final. This is Foggy with a little bit of a later tech, as it's Moon already on the way to tier 2. Detonate here. 1 wisp lost. If we look at the items, Foggy again, very, very brawly. Circlet, ring, gauntlets. On the other side, circlet and ring. So a little bit more armor for the Ukrainian, but that's about it.
Yeah, Moon got the better items initially, but then Foggy invests 175 into that circlet to get the better items. This is kind of a funny exchange, but Foggy not only has the better items, but also a 2nd archer here quite early. So both players out of mana, out of health, will just go back and heal. The question is, who will take the bigger risk in maybe going for the next camp? Ancient Wars are not moving over because you normally want to get at least 4 archers before you start moving that Ancient War, but that also means it's going to be tricky to creep anything. It's only going to be greens or perhaps the orange that Moon is right next to, but Foggy well aware of what Moon might attempt to creep.
Yeah, very stalemate-y situation at the moment. It's just a calm before the storm, before things are going crazy. They both deny each other the level 3, they both deny each other progress and items. And Foggy now approaching the merchant, threatening Moon so much that, yeah, he feels comfortable going for the Berserker, but Foggy, of course, with a way bigger creep.
Yeah, Foggy going to get more experience, but he's going to take more damage and actually get a worse item a lot of the time, Mantle of Intelligence for Moon. But Foggy will be closer to level 3. In fact, I think after this, he can go to his Murloc next to his base and get level 3. If not, he's still got a couple creeps at the green next to the expansion. So he'll definitely get level 3 first, Foggy. And Moon, we'll see what his next camp is. He might just go to the Cobalts in the middle, which is risky, but with us being able to see the whole map, we of course know that it isn't at all.
Here we go. More creeping indeed, can be bashed a couple of times, but Hunter's Hall is coming, but... Wait. Only for Foggy?
Yeah, Moon even building a 6th archer. Oh god, yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, I was
a
very
Demon
excited.
Hunter would actually, if the Demon Hunter came in, that's why I said it's very risky. If the Demon Hunter came in and Mana Bird, he would have just been dead a million times over. Yeah, that's scary. That's scary. It happens to the best of them. It has happened to Moon before. But not today. Not today. Both players getting level 3. And yeah, to continue touching on that point, 6 archers and no Hunter's Hall so far. So it's going to be similar to what we saw Tide Hunters in the last series. Maybe Moon wants to be the aggressive player with lots of archers this time around.
Kind of interesting. Foggy once again the first at the tavern. Always is the case. And now he can control this Demon Hunter quite well. Burns him, puts some damage on him. Blocks with an archer to create some distance. Not catching too many hits on his own Naga. Very excellently done. Now both Nagas seem to be out of the fight. And oh, Shadow Melt. But Moon has the dust already. And kills one.
Interesting triple wisp pull. I suppose they're good just to block, but detonate's not really going to help a ton. Pretty much just for blocks. And now potions and shop, of course, much earlier for Moon, because when you go for the mass archers, you can afford the shop. You don't need the lures of the Hunter's Hall. Foggy is going tier 3 right away without any lures. It's a very greedy from Foggy. In the face of this many archers, it's already 7. Is there an 8th on the way? No, I imagine improved bows. Yeah, it is done for Moon. And the Shredder push, the classic Shredder push, that's why he pulled the whip.
Okay, didn't expect that. It's a new trick that we haven't seen too often this tournament. Remind came up with this. Moon is always the one trying to dodge the bear mirror in many cases, and that's the same here once again. Is Foggy ready? Tech is progressing, skips lore, skips archers, has a Shredder himself.
Yeah, smart that Foggy stole the other Shredder, or else Moon, undoubtedly, once he has the extra, the 4th Moonwell, probably would have just bought a 2nd Shredder. So strong, honestly, the highest DPS unit you can get at this stage in the game. It does so much normal damage to the medium armored archers. It was like 3-4 shot them, probably 4 shot to not over exaggerate things, but it's extremely strong. Foggy trying to hold on. Once he gets tier 3, he'll be able to get an orb, crucially, but his shop isn't being built, so tier 3 is not going to gain Foggy much at this stage.
Okay. We're not having an engagement, so thank you for the $1 donation. No name, my $1, go. Clocky coming in, 25 euros. Early AM here in the States, but enjoying the show, gang, let's go. Thank you very much. Also, Eichelsalat for the 13-month resub. Swag. Can Moon push through Foggy? He's the one trying to stall time, and he's doing a great job at that. We have a sapper, but Foggy bought that.
Yeah, Foggy stealing the sapper. Maybe he didn't want to allow Moon to sapper his AP. Interesting from Foggy. But yeah, there's no reason. The only reason he purchased that is so that Moon did not buy it with the wisp he moved over there. So very high level. I don't exactly know 100% why he wanted to deny that so badly, because it's not like he killed a Hunter's Hall with only a single sapper. Okay, he's going to get a wisp for that. Not a good trade, but the deny was very important to him, clearly. And Foggy's going to hold. He's got lures up, and Foggy's in an excellent position. Moon going to double H to win, though, tier 3 tech. Oh my god. So sick from Moon.
Cyclone versus Bears. This can be real powerful, and then the answers would be Mountain Giants. This is my favorite Night Elf mirror, Carson. This is just the best if we go there. Foggy was maybe a little slow with the adapt training because the sap is of course very important. The shredder is very expensive. Maybe just not having the resources. Naga has no staff. Demon Hunter got to be a little careful, but there's a second entry to the base. I think he defended this masterfully.
Yeah, very well done. Very patient play, and the perfect wisp timing as well by Foggy. He's going to detonate it now, but he sees both wins, so like you mentioned, he could probably just go straight Mountain Giants. He's going to want a bear or two for just rejuve is so crucial in this matchup, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him go right into Mountain Giants after the first bear or two. And he's going to have the hard counter available. Talons are extremely good against bears for obvious reasons, but against Mountain Giants, not at all.
Does he know about the Talons? I mean, there's only one way, really, right? Like, that is the only possible transition that Moon can go for.
Yeah, he had a wisp that saw it. Whether or not he actually checked when he was microing, but you know, he did get the wisp in there to see. So it'll at least be on his map if he looks in the Fog of War.
Very good. Now, the beauty of rejuvenation on the Demon Hunter. With Fairy Fire, you take a lot of damage. Archers, of course, add a lot of damage as well. But there's no dispel if no wisps, and that's the big downside at the moment. Reju and Roar galore. While we're going on, taking a look at the lores once again, no sign of a Mountain Giant, but one thing is for certain, he will have enough lumber for the Mountain Giant upgrades.
Absolutely, yeah, those shredders going to help both players and Talons adapt Master on the way soon, but really, you know, the Cyclone's great, of course, but it's more so the magic damage that's excellent here for Moon. The Archers are still going to be very strong against the Talons themselves, but the Orb that's now been purchased in the Demon Hunter can clean those up quite easily. So Moon's going to have map control for a little while. The question becomes, is Foggy just going to keep building bears? Because I would argue that's a mistake. We'll see how we can engage with the bears, but they're going to drop. Once there's 6, 8 Talons, which is an easy task to get that many, the bears just die right away.
True. Can be staffed, but Foggy, no staff yet, was prioritizing the Orb, which will of course pay dividends, but saved by the staff now. Abolish Magic coming in. Foggy with a Dryad transition.
Yeah, that's good. Obviously, that's very, very strong against Talons. Not so much if it's Talon Archer, because the Archers are hard countering the Dryads in a way. But Foggy, yeah, getting a lot of kills here, forcing the heal scroll early. The bears are squishy, but Foggy's still trading quite well.
And now Master's finished. Now we got the heroes up in the air and the bears up in the air. He's chasing that Naga. Not fast enough. And no dispel yet. Can he still do it? Not much damage on the Archers off Foggy because, of course, Elun's Grace reduces magic damage and piercing damage. Demon Hunter's chasing out of the fight. In the meantime, there is the Dryad with Dispel now. And there's not much mana left.
Yeah, not a ton of Cyclones. The Naga will live to the back, staff out on the Demon Hunter. The Naga now for Moon getting quite low. The bears need to be careful, though. If they're able to be pelted by these Talons, they'll just die immediately. The issue now becomes for Moon, how do you heal up your army if you don't have bears and you have no Moonwell mana? This is the downside of playing Talons.
He has a potion for a hero. That's kind of fine. Naga makes it to the right-hand side. Invul potion, maybe. Yep, there we go. And Foggy is getting more and more Dryads, and that means more and more Dispel, and that means that Cyclone's becoming less and less effective. Moon is running out of time.
Yeah, Moon is just building pure Talon as well. He needs to build some Archers to mix in here, or else the Dryads are going to be the obvious hard counter. The Talons can't attack the Dryads, so it would just be heroes. Which is tough to deal with, anything more than a couple of Dryads here. And the Creep Jack coming in, Foggy playing very aggressive, not allowing the Talons to get a ton of mana or crucial numbers. And he's not allowing Moon either to heal up. His Demon Hunter is so low right now.
Has to use a Crow form against the Lightning Shield. Rune Bracers, not a great item per se in this matchup. And a Town Portal forced. Is Foggy just making everything right?
Seems like. Yeah, we both thought maybe, Mountain Giants before Bears, but, just get a couple of Bears, heal up your heroes, play the health advantage, and then just go into Dryads. Very simple. And what do you know? He's got a bunch of Wisps, which you don't see it too often, but Wisp detonates in this position on the side of Foggy are going to get rid of all the Cyclones if they land in. And
we were talking about Mountain Giants, and Foggy is doing us the favor, and he is going Mountain Giants. First, the upgrades. So he can bank a little more on 50, needs another Moonwell, and then you press the Mountain Giant button just once. You get 2 of them. And yeah, tricky situation. Clockwork Goblins coming as we have a Tinker. One of my favorite heroes, but you know what? Foggy once again doing the Bomberman. Is he just going straight for the tree? There's no Nature's Blessing.
Oh, second Sapper. Don't think there's enough damage to the demon. He needs one more attack. Can he get there? No. If he got there, it was dead, I think, with the damage, but the main will live, I think.
And the Shredder and the Bear were blocked behind the Dryads. The first mistakes by Foggy here. He's still trying to brute forcing, but he sees this is impossible. Nice repair by Moon. Naga killed with the mana burn. Okay. Moon is back in the series.
Maybe a little overambitious there from Foggy. I do like to see the confidence. We've been talking about that throughout the tournament. To go for a play like that against a player like Moon that is so on point, playing 500 APM all day. Like, most often it won't work out, but I like that he's going for it. A big investment, and he does get kind of that investment in return, minus the Naga loss, because he delays the mining a ton in the main base and kills a bunch of wisps.
Indeed, around 400 APM. That is quite impressive throughout the entire game. Demon Hunter, still no staff. Naga about to be back. He's gathering a couple of mana points here for a lot of Cyclone. And controls the shop. 30 seconds till Naga is back, but no Mountain Giants in production. Foggy is greedy here.
Yeah, and by the way, I didn't touch on this too much, but the Tinker is great, not only against the Dryads. When they explode, they do siege damage, but also their auto attacks do normal damage, so they counter both Dryads and Mountain Giants simultaneously. If you can get level 3 Tinker, it's a very good choice. You also have to position the Pocket Factory quite well. Okay, the Ancient Protector goes down, Cyclone to control the Demon Hunter, and 4 Dryads, although they can solo this whole army, they cannot solo the Berserker on their own.
True, and also probably not the heroes. Fairy Fire applied. Now MG's in production. They are huge, they have a lot of HP, and they take quite some time. Moon, is this 2003? He's rushing with APs.
So cool. This is good old-fashioned Turtle Rock play right now. This is used to be what it... Honestly, we got that a little bit on Tidehunters earlier as well. Just a mass archer. And yeah, we've seen games with 20, 30 Ancient Wars in the past. If these get up, they'll be quite the threat. Again, normal damage against the Mountain Giants that are coming out is nice, but Foggy doesn't seem to be panicking too much at all.
Yeah, very calm and composed, trying to jump in with the Dryads from the right-hand side, keeping a lot of units healthy, repairs when it's necessary, not losing too many wisps here. Naga is back, and now Mountain Giants are here, and they take little to no damage from Moon's entire army.
The Pocket Factory runs out. Another one spawned. Ancient War is up. I like the Dryads to the right as well, just cutting off possible reinforcements.
Yeah.
Cyclone now on the heroes. The issue becomes dealing with these Mountain Giants at this stage. They're taking some damage at least, but it's tough. It's tough to break the wall that is these stone giants here.
Yeah. Oh my god, so many bricks in this wall. He was focusing this MG for half a minute and he's only down to 50% while... Oh my god, this is so sick. How much they're able to tank is incredible. Moon has the Engine of War up, both of them actually, but he's also suffering with the heroes. Taunt used again. Triple hero, very, very helpful for the cargo space for items. And now, slowly but steady, Mountain Giants are in trouble. And good luck healing them up again.
Yeah, there is 3 relatively full Moon Wells. In fact, full. No Wellspring, though, so that's 900 health they could gain. That's not even the health they're missing right now between one of them. But the Ancient Wars are going to fall, and that's a 3rd Mountain Giant. Now the issue becomes... soon 3 means soon there's going to be 4 Mountain Giants, Neo. And then I don't know if this army is going to work any longer for Moon.
He's switching back to Bears for a little bit of Roar and Reju, which I like.
Yeah.
Mixing this army up is really important. You need a little bit of Dispel, crowd control with Dryads, then add healing and buff with Bears, and of course the Mountain Giants in the front to buy space for the other units that otherwise can get countered by Talon's archers.
I think Moon realizing the urgency here, he buys Heal Scroll, Protection Scroll, going right back in. A bunch of stuff is low. You mentioned those Bears reinforcing for Foggy, and he needed them because everything has yet to be fully healed up. The Moon Wells are still dry, and it's still daytime for another 3 bars there, so quite a while. And yeah, Foggy's going to have to hold on again. He's got a supply advantage, but, you know, Mountain Giants are only tanks. They're not really a damage dealers, and that's a lot of supply in MGs.
Yeah, 3 bars, basically 3 minutes. So here we go. Big front line. Is that ideal? I don't know. Fork Lightning coming in. Dryads are taking quite some damage. Tinker is in trouble. Has an Invo Potion, though. Moon's control seems to be a lot better than in Series 1. Foggy is losing Bears, of course. Still the big supply lead, but that is mostly due to MGs.
Yeah, 56 versus 45 now. 2 of the MGs are half health, which is quite the task to just get them. There's Surround on the Naga. Staff is on the wrong hero. He can actually cycle the Demon Hunter and maybe kill the Naga, but the Naga slips out because of the talent that was low. Tough for Foggy to be able to save every hero if one does get surrounded, because the hero with staff could just be cycloned as well.
Love that he keeps the Bears mostly in the back to not expose them to the talents too much. He needs them as healers. He needs them for redo on Mountain Giants and, of course, heroes, and that's what they're mostly for. They're not here to win the fight or break the bases as they usually are. They're just support units at this point.
Yeah, ridiculous Moon's been able to stay in this game despite fighting against 3 Mountain Giants and such a strong army from Foggy. The Tinker got another heal scroll, but he's needed here to use that scroll right here, right now. Fork Lightning is good. Mountain Giants are getting there. They're getting low. Soon they'll start falling. I mean, if 1 or 2 falls, the Demon Hunter, though, has to be so careful. If he's out of this fight, where's the damage coming from? He's got to be staff. There is no staff. Why was there no staff? Moon losing his first hero.
The staff was off cooldown indeed. I think he wanted to pass an Invo Potion, but that didn't work either. Naga in trouble. Moon, this time the Invo works. He's about to kill 14 supply here as Fairy Dragon's coming in, interestingly. Dodging some shots, but both heroes super low. Staff works, but now, what about that Tinker? Foggy, are you finally breaking that siege?
Oh man, and just as Moon was about to start killing the Mountain Giants and breaking through, all 3 of them were finally below 500 health. Now he's got to go back. His Moonwells are probably all right. Yeah, he can at least heal up his Naga. But he's got to go back and allow Foggy to heal up these Mountain Giants now. Demon Hunter out of position. Back to the point where you could cyclone the hero that has the staff to get the Demon Hunter killed. That's going to be tough.
Dangerous! Tinker! Fork Lightning coming in. Tinker saved as it seems. Demon Hunter again solo. Foggy's DH trying to solo tank the talents here. It seems to be working. 7 supply gone with that 1 Mountain Giant, but should be relatively easy to reproduce them. Foggy had an unfortunate 51 supply, but he's catching up, and now the Bears can finally do damage again. We're waiting for this moment for such a long time. And Moon's in trouble.
Heroes have to heal up desperately. Of course, there's no chance for Wellspring for Moon, but at least it's nighttime. But that also helps Foggy. 1 Mountain Giant finally fell, but that might be the only one that is falling. By the way, the main paces are out after all these fights. Moon has 300 gold left because of the harass earlier. But yeah, the main bases are going to be moving over to the naturals. This doesn't feel like a 22-minute game. They've been fighting the whole time. Yeah,
I'm peeking at Twitch chat. If Twitch chat on map 1 says, what a series, then you know that these players are doing something quite well. So how can Moon strike back? He has a level 5 Demon Hunter, about to at least. Close to a level 4 Naga, but only close to level ups. Not really getting the level ups. Natural expansions aren't even free. I think in the north, the big golem is gone, but there's still a couple of units left, and they're both moving their tree. Oh, no. Not moving their tree is Foggy, his tree, waiting for Nature's Blessing.
Tinker level 3, that's a huge upgrade. That's most of the damage against the Mountain Giants added with the orb. So that's going to be nice. Foggy should probably pay more attention to killing that Pocket Factory. If you just kill it right away, it's quite an easy pick-off, so it's something Foggy has to focus on. For now, though, 54 versus 44 supply. What Moon needs is probably a little bit of time, honestly. If he can get his expansion down and rooted, he's going to have really nice heroes going into this late game. The Naga's almost 4, the Demon Hunter's almost 5, and he's got a full extra level 3 hero.
Where does this go? Unbelievable.
Dude, there's so many creeps left too. Like both corners are still available. Obviously, Moon had a TP from the upper left earlier, but like the fact this Renegade in Night Elf Mirror is still available. This is normally such a huge priority on this map in Night Elf Mirror. Yeah,
usually whoever gets a Vamp Aura wins, like in a straight up A-click battle. Roots of Kel'Thalas, Demon Hunter won't complain. Not the biggest of all dreams ever. But okay, we're establishing a second base, and in my life I've seen Amazonia outmined once. Let's see if we can do it again.
Yeah, it'll be another 33 minutes before we mine out here at this rate. Maybe 34. Yeah, the mines have to entangle, so about 34 minutes. So if we go to the hour mark, we'll be mined out about. That's the weird thing about Amazonia. The natural gold mines have so much gold, 20,000, more than I believe any other map in the 1v1 map pool. It's a interesting dynamic.
It is an interesting dynamic. Interesting, by the way, as well. Foggy going for mana shield and has it enabled. Makes a lot of sense because sees the orb carry. Tinker in trouble. So is the Demon Hunter. Foggy's going for a lot of hero focus. These bears, very exposed though.
Yeah, that's a lot of free kills. That's what Moon wants. That's what feels good, is being able to kill those bears, because he can't really kill anything else. The Dryads can only die to the heroes. The Mountain Giants don't really die at all unless you're that one sad Mountain Giant that died earlier. A couple of Dryads will eventually fall, but the Demon Hunter level 5 at the back for Foggy is kind of wrecking everything, and Moon's trying to buy time, but every hero is always perpetually low, and GG will be called a crazy game.
And Foggy goes 8-0 in this tournament. Yeah. I can hear you, but the people can't hear you, Mr. Remo Demo. He just disappeared because he was too amazed by game number 1.
Great performance. Dude, is he just kissed and blessed by the gods and angels right now? Just everything Foggy does is working out. He's like King Midas. Everything he touches turns into gold. Hopefully he doesn't have as tragic of an end, but absolutely amazing. Mountain Giants, we don't see them too much anymore nowadays, but against Talons, they are oftentimes the key. And that was a fun game. A good start for our grand final.
This is the best Night of Mirror possible. When games are like this, oh, I love it so much. And I love the community when they contribute to this wonderful prize pool here. Rakatosh with the $5, getting that sweet Back to Warcraft profile picture. There is Serasna with a $5 direct contribution, and Kafalas with $20 directly right into the prize pool. Well, that means we are $144 away from the 7,000, which would be absolutely incredible. Don't forget, guys, today is the last day to get one of these two beautiful profile pictures. If you are a War 3 Champions player yourself, which you absolutely should be, then this, if you ask me, having this profile picture is a must at this point. Who's watching Warcraft 3 tournaments and playing War 3 Champions and doesn't have one of these two glorious pumpkin profile pictures? I don't know anyone, right? Carson and Remo.
True. Yeah, I am the Pump King.
You're the Pump King?
That's my nickname. Yeah, because when I was streaming during Halloween, I put a picture of a pumpkin over my head in the intro screen, so everyone called me the Pump King. That's my nickname.
I like to call you the Big Spice.
Ooh, I like it. I like it.
Will you be spicy for me, Carson? I think so.
Every day.
Okay, we...
I love the delay from Neo. Okay. Perfect.
Weird
Perfect
champ. Let's keep going.
Yeah, please. We have ourselves a map number 2, and that is Last Refuge. Foggy today winning 4 maps in a row. First Moon. And I am lagging once again. If I'm lagging, I'll leave immediately.
So far, no spikes.
No Bebs at the moment. Not yet.
It's gonna be weird, champ.
Why is it Last Refuge every time? Why do you hate Last Refuge so much, Neo?
Last Refuge hates me, dude. It's not my
fault. Could you cut it out, please? Dude, Last Refuge heard how much you've been hating against illusions, and now it's getting its vengeance.
It's not my fault that there's illusions to be found and creeps all working up together.
Whose fault is it then?
Last Refuge.
You see? That's why. Alright. You seem to be fine, though. No lagging here.
Yeah, very, very much lagging here.
Okay,
yeah.
Never mind.
In case Neo has to go to the clean feed, maybe you and Neo do this one there, Remo Demo, man.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Right, what are the starting heroes going to be? This is where we saw the bear mirror, remember, last time. This was the only bear mirror we had was on Last Refuge, and honestly, it was the most underwhelming game, so maybe they could make up for the lack of excitement in at least one of the maps that we had of the 4 so far.
Yeah, you guys tell me if I'm lagging in-game, then I will leave immediately, but apart... Okay, here we go. On the feed that is very much clean, we see the tail of the tape once again. Best night elf in the world against second best night elf in the world, both in the top 5. Usually Moon has the upper hand against Foggy most of the times, but not here, not today. 4-0 for Foggy. Half of his games in this tournament were against Moon and he won it all. That's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, so impressive. Foggy, he's looking so damn good in this tournament. He's, is he emulating Happy? Is he winning a championship, not dropping a map? That is stupidly hard to do, especially against this caliber of players. We're far from that still, but Foggy looking to cement himself as one of the best players in the world. He has really gotten there. Very, very... very impressive what he's been able to do for the European scene now for a while. We always talk about Happy, right? But now it's his time to shine. No Happy here. It's the Foggy show. It
is the 100% Foggy show. We got Moon on the bottom left-hand side, trailing once again in a series versus the little magician. We got Foggy on the right-hand side. Yeah, it's interesting if this is going to be another bear mirror, or are we going back to very aggressive play in the mid-game? Foggy seems to be slightly behind here, but okay. Moon, Demon Hunter, Foggy, Demon Hunter, and Pantao with a €5 donation. Thanks for the great work and entertainment. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Your guys' support for our channel and also for the tournament prize pool has been absolutely amazing. Guys, thank you so much. Isn't that panda from the kids' books when we're growing up? Pantao?
He is... Oh, I don't really remember what he was, but it is, yeah, something like that.
I think panda bears are so cute. It is unbelievable how clumsy they are. I don't know how they managed to survive nature, but they did. And they're cute, guys. Thank you again.
They are little arsonists and burn their opponents.
Ah, okay, yeah.
But they also spill liquor, so I'm not too sure if I like them too much.
Yeah, so arsonist and alcoholic. Something must have gone really wrong in that childhood, if we're being honest.
Panda bear family going hard on them. But yeah.
Listen, we all got our flaws, though. Just hearing what he has to say, I feel like he seems like a chill guy.
Yeah,
Wouldn't we all like to have a drink with a brewmaster one day?
For sure.
Especially in Germany. We hold brewery very highly in our culture.
Oh, can Moon once again kill that Wisp? Nope. On AZ, he did, but here, not much. Tech timings, all right. We have to take a look at how many archers they both produce, but yeah, it seems like a little bit of a tame early game. Time for you to go to W3C finals.backtowwarcraft.com and raise that prize pool.
Almost at 7K. Pretty sick. These guys battling for the first place right now. It's more than just prize money here. It's also about honor. Moon has been looking up, or Foggy, excuse me, has been looking up to Moon for years. Has been modeling his play after him. Has been getting inspired by him. This would be a momentous occasion if Foggy can best his master, his teacher, the big idol for basically all the night elves out there, Moon. Who is more famous? Who is more legendary? Nobody. And this is a long series, best of 5. We're only at the beginning stages, but Foggy certainly with quite the start into this one already, as his performance has been so amazing. And now we see the first big moment of the game. Creepjack opportunity at the Merc camp.
Pretty similar to what they played in the first series. But no big steal thus far, just buying time. Demon Hunter is joining. No reveal at the moment, but Foggy has to reveal at the lab. That's a good one.
Both with disengage. Playing it very carefully at this early game, not trying to give any edge to the opponent and fall behind. Something I've gotten very good at. You remember, Neo, the qualifier a couple of days ago when I managed to fall behind every single game.
Yeah, but
so
that
far
was just showmanship.
True. That's all part of the plan.
That's what I told the viewers. That you are writing the script here perfectly.
Yeah. And guess what, boys? It worked.
It worked.
It worked. Both heroes still level 1. That's kind of crazy. We're pretty long into the game here during the first nighttime.
Yeah, as action-packed as game number 1 was, this year, not so much. Once again, stalemate, and Foggy, as he couldn't go to the tavern for the first time, I think, is going for the keeper, but once again has the option to just cancel it. But Moon is very well aware of this, and if Foggy doesn't get the Naga, that changes the whole dynamic of this map.
With the Naga right now, you want to get something done, ideally get some kills, but if you can't, maybe claim the middle camps. The 2 merchants here with the 2 big consumables are potentially big game swinging items. Oh, and Foggy starts the merchant. That's a risky business. Gonna get jacked.
Yep, and not the good way. I mean, he is doing some bodybuilding, but this Jack, he doesn't like too much. Getting ensnared, getting killed, gives his opponent level 2.
But in comes the keeper, and this entangle, especially against archers, can be pretty dangerous. The trappers keep on throwing out these nets. They have been quite unfortunate for Moon throughout this entire day. But here now he shall disengage, eats one more entangle. 1 entangle left for Foggy, but again, not too painful of an exchange overall. Foggy lost an archer there. Was that his second archer lost? Maybe, but he's gonna get the camp.
And that now is really interesting, because Foggy's game plan throughout this entire, or these 2 series, was to be as aggressive as somewhat possible. And he was always the first at the tavern. He was always the one controlling the middle. Not so much here. With that keeper, you want to stall for as long as you can to get the high-level Thorns aura and then get into a direct bear fight. But Moon is dodging a lot of these bear fights, and especially on LR, it's mostly about Zeppelin drops and base races.
I am spiking horribly, by the way, right now. Okay, I think I'm back. There's about 10 seconds of spikes. Hopefully I don't DC, but yeah, I am spiking a little bit.
Okay, we'll see that in a couple of seconds. Black Rayman, by the way, thank you for the €1 donation. Thank you, Neo, for the beautiful recovery wishes. Yeah, man, I hope you're home again and doing good.
Yeah, those Rune Bracers are definitely what Foggy wanted. If he had gotten Scourge Bone Chimes plus Keeper in the late game, that would have been sick. Oh, but guess who gets it? Moon. Scourge Bone Chimes for him, and that sort of counteracts the Keeper's aura.
Yeah, that, to a degree, that gives Foggy even more incentive to go for a high-level Keeper. Because then the Thorns aura at some point is better than the Vamp aura is. But that takes time.
I think Foggy very gladly is gonna take some time. This game is gonna drag this out as much as he can. It's always the general rule this goes. With the Keeper, you want to take it late. With the Naga, you want to be active.
Oh no!
The red camp creep is looking a bit rough over here. Losing another archer. Let's get it finally. Ancient Django. Ooh, we got some good slideshow going on here.
Yeah, that is, I think, what Carson mentioned when he said he was dropping some frames.
Yep.
I
don't think it was frames dropped. I think it's connection to the server. Oh my god.
Yikers! Sometimes it's very good to see a still picture, you know, so you can analyze the situation a little better. It's like pausing a replay.
Yeah.
That's just
Also,
an extra feature.
Toxie's in chat. Toxie, fix it right now. Tunnel into the route, however that works. I have no idea about programming, but do it.
Tunnel
do it right
into the route. Yeah,
do it.
Sounds good.
Listen, it also worked on War3, what's it called? G-Arena.
G-Arena.
Right-click tunnel. There we go.
I'm 100% sure
that's how it works, Neo. That's how it works. Right-click tunnel, and then...
Yeah, I'm 100% sure that it was just a placebo, but Who knows? Both creeping. It's a creeping fiesta here, and so far Moon is winning this with the higher level Naga. But we're getting Thornzora, we have an Orb, we have more Cyclone coming, and of course Foggy with the movement speed advantage now.
Alright, first big fight breaking out. We have 3 bears on Foggy's side, but less of a backline, less DPS from range. It looks like a bad fight for the Ukrainian. 1 bear in trouble. Zeppelin comes in. Good save. Foggy retreating to the main. He's got some juice left in the Moonwells, but not too much. Ancient of War gonna buy time, and again, time. Time. It's all about time for Foggy. He wants to build that big army.
Okay then. Will he get that time? Moon is just marching forward, knowing that in the late game he is not having the best shot. And he wants to keep Foggy busy, as he knows there is of course a Zeppelin, there's always a Doom Drop possible. Nobody has Nature's Blessing, so bears can kill trees easily.
Crucial moment for Foggy. If he can repel this attack and be in a decent position, the late game might go to him. Scourge Bone Chimes, the healing here, is doing an excellent job here with every swipe. A bit of health returning to Moon. No losses yet. But the bear front line crumbling kind of on both sides.
Home turf advantage, of course, for Foggy, who's desperately waiting for that level 3. But he's losing bears now. He got the level 3, got the Thornthrower. But maybe that was a little bit too late as 2 bears are dropping heavily in supply now. Moon owning this fight, as it seems. Yeah, Foggy is rebuilding a couple of these bears, but way too many of them down.
Some heavy losses. Ooh, another one's gonna fall. This might be it already, folks. Level 4 on the Naga. Moon's still sitting at 50. Foggy is struggling to get a semblance of a decent army here once again, but he's holding. He's got the shop, he's got the staff, he's surviving, clenching, biting. But Moon looking to put the nail in the coffin.
And he is taking the Foggy script and he executes it, and Foggy doesn't really know how to react, or can he claw his way back. There's no expansion for Moon behind this, as there basically never is in this matchup. But Foggy, he can't fight. He's 14 pop down.
Trying to punish now an overextension, perhaps. 1 bear. So close. Heal scroll last second. Demon Hunter dropping low. If he falls, this is certainly game, but there must be a staff. Oh. There is a staff.
Okay then. Can retreat a little bit. It's still nighttime. But yeah, he's once again getting so many kills. This archer dead. The Dryad dead. Bear, okay, getting staff once again. But Moon is just marching forward. Unstoppable force and Foggy at the moment, not the immovable object.
Yeah, these bears, the only 2 that are left, appear to be very movable indeed. How much healing has the Scourge Bone Chimes done? I feel like it's been responsible for quite a good amount of health care over here.
It wasn't even too expensive. He just found it on the way. Now playing with a little bit of Zeppelin tricks, but can never be too sure when a Naga and some archers and Dryads are involved. Foggy needs a very, very special play to turn this map around. Otherwise, Moon is the first one to take a map off of the Ukrainian.
Foggy is looking resilient though. It's hard to take him out. He's on the mat. He's in the guillotine. He's got him in a rear naked choke, but he's not tapping yet. Not yet. Foggy is still trying everything he can.
I feel like the guillotine is snapping anytime soon, or is Moon overcommitting? Foggy is getting a kill here, a little bit of an overkill, I guess, with the entangle. But okay, finally something going his way, closing the supply gap, constantly rebuilding as Moon is going for more upgrades. 1-0 for Foggy only, while we have 2-1 for Moon already. So it's not only the Vamp Aura, which of course helps, but yeah, the upgrades, man,
Dude.
They're definitely in favor.
Dude, if he gets the comeback here, Foggy, we don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. Foggy's still down in supply. Everything's low. The Zap
Oh, wait a second. You're a little ahead of me, so don't spoil the zap. There we go. Need some repair. I'm at 1440, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. Ay. For Bear Mirror. Banger match. Was a slow start, but now it turns into a pretty epic one.
Sick hold by Foggy. Moon here.
Yeah.
Interesting play. Using the TP to get back to the wells as quickly as he can. Wants to heal up and keep up the pressure. He's running back across the map. 10 supply ahead. That is a big lead. He's had a bigger lead, though. Before. Foggy's clawing it back. Needs to get the scroll. Wants to get the scroll. And I think it's desperately, urgently needed as well. The keeper getting caught. Has to give up the staff.
Okay, shouldn't be a big problem. Yes, exactly. Moon is breaking upkeep, paying the tax. Now, we got a new sub. Thank you, Pimp My and Scroopy Noopers with 500 bits. Much love. Off we go. Round 2 in this long battle. Moon looking more healthy here in the yellow. Protection scroll as well. Foggy has the wisps ready to detonate, but it's taking time. It's taking so much time. Demon Hunter also relatively low. Can't use the rejuve as he wanted to. The concave for Moon seems always a little better. We have a new Zeppelin saving that Demon Hunter out of a precarious situation. But Foggy taps out and is not flawless anymore.
Finally got a bear mirror, a proper bear mirror with lots of fights, and yeah, Moon ends up doing it. Well played to him. It's always a little bit stalematey, especially that early game, both players running around with like level 1, but Last Refuge tends to be like that. That might be the only map we have that standard of a game on. The rest might be cheeses, but you got to have at least one in a best of 5, I suppose.
Okay, then we'll see where we're going. Moon is ready. It is the newly updated Autumn Leaves 2.0. And we're jumping right into map number 2, as we had a little bit of delay here, of course. That was... like, is that the game plan now? Who's the first at the tavern is just putting on the screws, and at some time in the game, his opponent has to tap out?
Apparently. Night Elf Mirror is always very close to the bone. Whoever's got that little bit more healing, it seems like. That one extra bear in this case, 2 extra bears, whatever, the 8 supply advantage. That's all it takes. But then sometimes pushing into the base, if your opponent has Moonwells, has the shop in the back, it could be tough. So yeah, it's always very, very close when it's high level Night Elf Mirror. Probably the closest, most stalematey at times matchup. But when it's not stalematey, it's very exciting. It's down to like 50 HP on the Demon Hunters, all that sort of plays, which we've seen time and time again. And we definitely will again in this series.
When Night of Mirror is good, it's real good. And we
Good way to put it, yeah.
Who of our contestants gets match points. We have game 3 between Foggy and Moon. Foggy is mortal, and Moon has turned series around in this tournament. So where do we go? Autumn Leaves will show us. We are going straight towards the $7,000 prize pool, everybody, as currently we are at 6,873 thanks to Randy's with a €10 contribution, Zimmerling with a $2 for the trees, Torben Dietrich with the $5 Back to Warcraft profile picture purchase. You guys are absolutely wonderful. We need a couple of more of those. $127 missing to the big 7K.
Can I say, PogChamp?
PogChamp, and here, PogChamp, as Foggy is switching things up again. Polymer's Demon Hunter.
Yeah, this is a map that I'm trying... No, we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it from these two before. Have we seen this in a Night Elf Mirror so far in this tournament? I don't think so. Laliat versus Foggy, we didn't play this map. And yeah, this might be the first time, so interested to see how it plays out. Of course, a relatively new map, and there's always sorts of different cheeses when it comes to Night Elf Mirror, depending on the map. We see a different cheese on Last Refuge, from Amazonia to Concealed Hill with the pot and play. So maybe with Autumn Leaves, there's something new Foggy can show us as well with the pot and play.
He has shown us a lot of cool things. I thought, for example, The AP push he did on Amazonia in the first series was mostly doable when you play from bottom to top, but apparently not. And yeah, he's becoming very, very creative. Not a copycat anymore. Huntress are, of course, coming. So far, single hunts, which would be a strategy that we haven't seen at all yet.
Yeah, one Ancient War Huntresses maybe with something like a fast expansion. Yeah, there's actually a Wisp in position. Okay, second Ancient War being hidden, like the good old-fashioned Secret Valley Night Elf Mirror days when you'd hide the Ancient War and the Huntress Hall behind your Natural Expo. Classic.
I haven't thought of this map in such a long time. There were some classy games on that map, not gonna lie. Firelord first tower rush by Remind that results in a volcano after 20 minutes. Absolutely epic. But okay, will Moon scout this? This is a little similar to CH as well. Sometimes played on LR as well. Very, very rarely on LR. But Moon, okay, building a Hunt Saw very early on as well.
Player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, he's gonna be prepared. Really nice base build with the one slot in, so the Huntresses, if they do want to dive on the 4, 5, 6 archers that Moon's likely to build, he'll be able to sneak into that base and then hide there with something blocking the door. So maybe this from Foggy. Okay, he's not teched yet, but this could end up being the macro style I think you pointed out earlier that sometimes we see from both Moon and Foggy. You fake the Ancient Protector push with the Mass Huntresses, and then you just expand behind it instead of all-inning your opponent. This seems like, with where the Ancient War is positioned, it could be likely. But we'll have to wait and see, I suppose, because it's also not easy to get a Zeppelin as well, which is a crucial part a lot of the time of that Mass Huntress all-in.
Moon close to the Engine of War, but not scouting it, only quote-unquote going to the shop. Searing Arrow, so efficient, cancels that. Oh, can he cancel that Moon without support of Archers and Huns? Yes, he can. Calculating this really well. Ultra Vision, Moon is catching up. Maybe that is the reason for Huntress Hall early. Foggy is just not attacking. I'm not too sure if he goes macro. It feels to me that he's just once again rushing this.
It's definitely viable. I think, again, it just comes back to the Zeppelin being lacking, but that's true for both players in a way. Of course, you can get a Zeppelin on Autumn Leaves. It's just not going to probably be possible with the time allotted with this sort of strategy. So one adjustment I'd like to see from Foggy, even though he won that game earlier on Amazonia with a similar strategy, would be the 2 glaive throwers when he goes for the push. I think those are a crucial part of the strat, and Foggy eventually got glaive throwers, but it was almost too late by the time he got that first one and that second one. So I'd like to see him get 2 and then go for the push if he does want to. But he is creeping the expansion. He's uprooted his Ancient of War, not producing off of it. He's going to creep his Expo.
And teching. Okay. And we got a $15 donation as well, as we are still creeping this. I think I can take the time to read this one. $15 by Ilmi. That is wonderful. 6,888. Getting closer and closer and closer, ladies and gentlemen. Panda second in a Night Elf Mirror.
Yeah, this is a really nice read, actually, from Moon. He realizes that Foggy may not be going for that all-in, in which case, if it was an all-in, he went Beastmaster last time. Maybe he'd go for the Tinker, which is sort of the classical approach. But with a Panda, scales obviously much better into the late game and is still good at dealing with Mass Huntresses if there is maybe a sneaky couple of APs. But yeah, the Panda's going to be a huge carry later on. This might even entice Foggy. This is weird, but Demon Hunter second could be a possibility.
I mean, what does he do with the Panda if Foggy is just going Mass Dryads?
True, which is very much a possibility, absolutely.
Yeah.
Good question, very good question.
I think Moon has the wrong read. I think he's still believing that there's a push coming, no?
He might be, and if there was, he'd be very well prepared. Mana Stone, level 2 Panda, close to level 3 after one more Green Camp. Like, he'd be very much prepared. But yeah, he hasn't even scouted the expansion yet. Now there's a Wisp going there, perfectly timed, and then Moon's gonna start reacting however it may be. In the past, when we've seen players play this macro style with the expansion, there's 2 approaches, though. There is either Mass Dryads, like you point out, is quite common, but also just Mass Archers. So Foggy's gonna have to figure out, I don't know if he's scouted the Panda yet. He's gonna have to know there's a Panda and then try to go into lures. It's absolutely gonna be the right play to get Mass Dryads.
Full of accuracy, of course, a little unfortunate. I think this Moon Scout is just a reaction to where the hell are you? Why are you not knocking at my door? Why are you not trying to push me? And Foggy is turning Moon's weapon against himself.
Yeah, right now would be the standard timing. We'd generally see the Zeppelin, but we'd also see a heal scroll, protection scroll purchase, and then we'd see Foggy come in with the APs. This is exactly when the timing normally hits. So we see Moon going back and potentially preparing, but he already knows about the expansion, of course. Oh, he's doing kind of an orc play as well with the Staff of Teleportation. He's going to start canceling the Entangled Goldmine.
And he's seen so many Blade Masters do exactly this. He learned from it. And that is a slight delay for sure. Panda level 3 can be great for base race, for harass, but first he has to be worried about his own Entangled Goldmine.
Yeah, really nice play here from Foggy. Moon did this earlier to focus, so he's going to realize, oh, the Panda comes in though. This level 2 Breath of Fire paired with the Haze. Going to be a lot of damage taking all these hunters. One falls, and the Goldmine is saved. Not with many Wisp losses either.
I think the biggest thing here, Drunken Haze. So many misses. Yeah. Couldn't cancel the Entangled Goldmine, of course. You can repair it for free. It did cost a bit of mining time, but that's about it. But on the other side, I don't think Moon has the big shot to kill this expansion again, but he bought time, and now Moon is with Dryads, his favorite unit for a long time, probably 3 years now. And Foggy, what does he have? Not much.
Yeah, he needs like a lot of time, Foggy, or else Moon's just going to run at him and kill this expansion and then kill him. There's no way Foggy can engage in a fight. Like, what is he teching into right now?
Nothing.
Seems like nothing. Like, where's even... Okay, second age war, he's building more Huntresses. So he's literally doing what Moon did to focus on Echo Isles earlier. He's trying to get the expansion up and just hit the main base, which is a possibility. Yeah. But with this Panda, repair is impossible against the Tree of Light.
I agree. Wisp will just be fried. He was waiting a little since the first Breath of Fire is done, but he's gonna lose a couple of Wisps here. 1 AP trying to come up, but this is not enough hunts to kill a Tree of Ages. Nowhere near.
Yeah, Moon had 60 supply hunts when he did it before, and okay, Moon's gonna TP back now. It's half HP, but yeah, just gonna be a counter TP. The expansion is dead. And now Foggy has to do it all over again. He has to start again. He ran out of lives, and now he's going to start from the beginning. He's got to get that expansion up again and start hitting and running. That's the only way. That's exactly what Moon did on Echo Isles. He can't win a direct fight. He needs an economic advantage to win against this Panda that's getting higher level every second. He needs to keep hitting the base. Full Lamo mode.
But, I mean, the map is kind of okay for that. There's like 3 lanes towards the opponent's base.
Mm-hmm.
But... there's just not enough damage. He's at 37 supply. That's like what, 600? Oh, a little more. 8. But it's not nearly enough. Maybe with the Sapper play, but he doesn't have the resource for it. I'm highly questioning Foggy's position in this game.
Yeah, Moon has a Wisp there to scout for a Sapper. I think that's what Foggy's thinking about. But yeah, again, Moon honestly has the better base race potential.
Yep. With
this Panda, with the Mana Stone, no chance for repair. It might be Foggy losing his main. And if they get into a base race, actually, that's when it could get really interesting. Because Foggy, let's remember, has 2 Ancient Wars spread across the map. So if they both lose their mains here... Okay, Moon is TPing. He kills all the Wisps at the main and TPs back, and Foggy just gets out of there.
Dude, if Moon knew this all along, and because of that, went for the Panda...
Right.
That's just so next level. That's just... I don't know how many brain cells from this man are just only working on Warcraft 3 day in, day out.
Yeah, it really is the best hero in this situation. Not only against the Huntresses when there's no chance for Dryads, at least with no expansion up, but also, yeah, all the Wisps die. There's barely any economy right now for Foggy. This is looking like a 2-1 for Moon. I don't see much way out of this game for Foggy.
Well, not by getting the bottom trapped. Not transitioning into Dryads. I really think that was a bit of a mistake.
Zeppelin. At risk. If there's a blind Breath of Fire that kills the Zeppelin from Moon, I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my god. Oh my god.
No. Oh no! It's not enough though.
Okay. If it was enough, that might have been. It wouldn't have been all the hunts going down. It would have been about 4, and then they all would have been dizzy, and then all of them would have died eventually.
It's still 12 supply then. That's 1/3, more than 1/3 of his army. Foggy is in all worlds of trouble. Moon is checking if there's another expansion. There isn't. Ay. How is Moon able to break his opponents? First Focus, now Foggy.
A player's forces
Yeah,
are
this
under
is a really nice position. The staff of teleportation has been really excellent for Moon as well. And he's always got a TP. And yeah, what does Foggy do here? He's just chilling. He's like, give me an opening. But there's no opening. There's no chance.
Nope.
There really there's not much of an opportunity at all to come back. I mean, if anyone's going to do it in this tournament, it's going to be Foggy. But there's a lot of Dryads out as well to boot. It's just really... I mean, unless somehow Moon just loses his main by accident. That's the only shot, really.
Yeah, like this Zeppelin that has all the Huns in the space. If he moves somewhat close to this tree, there's invisible archers. There's a panda hugging this tree. There's a berserker hugging this tree. Just gonna be down.
All right, Foggy's just chilling right now.
Well,
He
I
could
don't
be
think
could be AFK if he wanted right now.
attack.
reveal here. Foggy's losing another unit. The Zeppelin is moving. Moon moved the archers away, but yep. Move. Can't get close to the panda.
The breath. Scary. Foggy's going for an expansion, which is one of the few plays he has available. It's probably just going to be scouted because Moon is really good at this game. So he's sending a Dryad there immediately. He's going to be able to cancel it, assuming he scouts the right place, but he's got Ultra Vision, so he should be able to see it. And Foggy's still just waiting for an opportunity.
Moon is winning the game by not moving.
It's the best defense you can do. You just sit there. He's going for a Tree of Life as well as finally a second lore, Moon. And yeah, he could do the classic Moon play here, even put down 3 expansions. Why not? All at the same time.
Yep. We've seen this before on other maps. He's scouting that expansion, so he knows, okay, I might move out once again. Probably like exciting, like, oh, really? I have to leave my house? I'm in my jogging pants, man. Really?
But 4 drives
easy.
enough. It should be enough. It should be quite
Yeah.
easy, actually, to cancel this.
Trying to contest this, but there's just no damage. Trying to go into archers now will, of course, still benefit from the aura, but that's pretty much about it. Okay.
Yeah, it's only
he holds.
only a 10 supply advantage, but you know, this is a level 3 panda and soon to be level 4 panda. That's really what's gonna make it impossible for Foggy to go into archers still at this point.
Well, he's trying to, but I got a feeling they will be fried very, very soon. Just like all the Huns. He had a heal scroll against this, but only 1. And there's way more mana, plus the mana stone, plus Dryads in the hands of Moon, who usually do a lot of damage. But Foggy is doing his absolute best to hold this expansion with all the scrolls, with the illusions. Valiant effort.
Yeah, and if the archers get caught out of position, they are pretty fragile against the huntresses, even though they do good damage to them themselves. But the panda is just roasting everything, and that's Foggy's entire army gone. He's got 2 archers reinforced, but Moon also has an expansion up and mining very, very soon. Entangled Gold Mine's coming right now, and this is just a pot 4 of them at least, but that'll be 2-1 match point, tournament point now for Moon.
Wow.
Great game by Moon. Seems like he knew exactly how to react. The bottom, either it has to push or it has to go for the expansion, but the expansion timing didn't quite work out perfectly. The Panda, on the other hand, did seem to work out very well indeed. The Zeppelin drop not doing enough damage, not buying enough time, and the bottom cheese, I guess we can kind of call it, didn't quite work out there.
Yeah, this was kind of an odd game. This was the first game where I really thought that Foggy was off. And
Yes.
not really know what was up, what to do, and how to react to Moon's play.
Completely agree. And maybe a little bit caught off guard, like, oh no, there's a panda. What am I supposed to do now? I can't, because with huntresses, you always expect to have not so much the map control, but the ability to make plays more often, to hit the main base, to force your opponent back. Similar to when you have a lot of raiders with Orc, you feel like, okay, if all goes wrong, at least I can hit their base. At least I can get an advantage, force them to TP, which yes, he forced Moon to Town Portal a couple of times, but that panda just equalized the playing field. And that was, like you mentioned, just a genius play, like knowing that maybe Foggy's going to play hit and run. Panda, maybe Tinker could be just as good, but Panda is just such a perfect choice there.
Foggy facing elimination, facing another silver medal, and Moon could win AWL and W3C finals back to back in just a couple of days. If he wins this next one, Northern Isles is the map that we're going on to, and we got a $50 donation by Jay Fulls. Thanks for all the great Warcraft 3 content. As always, great to see more of Carson. You've put together a big three, like in basketball.
Hey, thanks. That's nice. I don't know the big three. I do like
neither.
basketball. I don't watch a ton, but I assume it's like three commentators or something like that. Hey, very
I
cool.
think it's
Thank you.
Jordan Pippen Rotman or something.
Oh, I see. It's a reference to that, not commentators. Okay, yeah. So I'm down. I'll be Jordan. How about that, guys?
yeah, for sure. Remo is definitely Rotman. That is
True.
100% sure. He will cast the next W3Champions final in a bride's dress thingy. If we reach the 7K, everybody, $112 are still missing. Burrow Rush with a 20 gifted subs. All right. Celebrate the game, celebrate the players, celebrate the grand final. Can Foggy make this another full-out best-of-5 grand final as we had in Season 7? Or will the winner in his debut be Moon? Northern Isles will tell us. Let's go! Hyped. Excited, little anxious, but all right, we're getting there, and we will maybe decide it here. Demon Hunter.
Yeah, and this has gone both ways so far. They both won Bear Mirrors, one of them, and there was also that one Demon Hunter mirror on Tide Hunters earlier where it was a lot of archers. So we've had, and then we also had the Bear versus Talons. So their Demon Hunter mirrors aren't always indicating Bear Mirror, but Northern Isles is always a good map for bears as well. But it's also a good map for something like an aggressive tier 2 play for mass archers, because then you can contest the middle camps, you can contest the heal scrolls, you can get something like a Hellstone, maybe, Vamp Aura from the shop for later on bear transition. So this could be a map that favors tier 2 aggression, which is something both these players have shown.
Oh yeah. With these two players, I don't really dare to make predictions anymore when it comes to what they play against each other. I could see one of them going for the lab, draw the creeps out somehow, go for a shredder and push with that. Like, this is the level that they reached recently. It's just so sick.
Yeah, quadruple sap for push, kill the main, TP out, something like that. They're showing all sorts of different strats. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Night Elf players studying these games between the two. There's so much tape to study in this tournament. It's ridiculous, especially if you're a Night Elf. There's so many strategies to learn and so many cool things to pick up. It's awesome.
Just as awesome as our viewers this tournament. 20 gifted subs, man. That is a lot. And yeah, big thank you to guys. People like the idea of Remo as Rotman. I think we can make a stretch goal for that next time in Season 9. Loving the idea. Items so far again. Not really sure. Got the better one. A little bit more damage on Foggy. A little bit more sustain on Moon. And once again, a little bit of a stalemate.
Yeah. Except at least they're both level 2 this time. On last reviews, they're stuck on level 1.
Yep.
And there's always the Tuskar available, which can kind of break a stalemate, because then you can get a nice consumable and an advantage that way. Once tier 2 hits and you pick up a Naga, say one player has Scroll the Beast, the other player gets greater heal. That's where you can really win map control early tier 2. So those Tuskars are going to be crucial for both players to try to creep out.
A player's forces are under attack.
I want to point out that Moon just bought the circlet, and I want to give praise to Sonic, who was, in my opinion, the first one to ever do this, and now a lot of Night Elves are catching up. So Sonic might be in a tiny bit of a slump when it comes to like performances and results, but he's still an influencer. He's still a great influencer. And we got the first blood that goes to Foggy by killing an archer.
Yeah, Moon is pressuring the archers still, but doesn't have dust. Could always reveal. Both these players have been very on point with their wisp positioning. He's always going to have one at the lab when he needs it. But yeah, 1 for O right now, and Foggy going to get maybe a slight experience advantage. But his archers are not in position with his Demon Hunter, so he couldn't really creep something. Neither player can creep something because they would need to do it with just a Demon Hunter. They're both going to pass by. Foggy buying boots, which is something I don't think they've been buying boots every game in Demon Hunter mirrors that I can remember.
True, that was definitely a cost that they were cutting. Do you think Foggy is playing a little bit more careful now that he's facing a loss in the series? Oh, we do have the real true Naga battle in the middle, and so far Moon is getting the better end of that with the Demon Hunter so low. But yeah, that's now thanks to the boots. He can easily run away, and I think for the first time we have a situation where both are going for the Naga at the exact same time, and this is exactly what they want.
Yeah, that is the first time that Moon hasn't been behind on the second hero purchase. Oh, but he's going to be behind in a different way, getting creep jacked now. But the Demon Hunter, the health is really becoming an issue. Now the Naga for Moon is getting pressured a lot. Block from Foggy, really, really nicely done. He's going to secure that second hero kill, and that's a big advantage now.
If he's not losing his own Demon Hunter, which against Moon is always an option, but no, 100 HP, and that is a big one. It's only level 1, but it gives you quite some map control. Moon's gotta be careful. Oh, reveal used. Gotta eject from this situation. Huh.
Another reveal is going to be needed. Expensive to not purchase Dust, but both players have been preferring to just use reveal, it seems, time and time again, over buying Dust. Interesting choice. I suppose there's less over the majority of games. I guess you spend less gold on Dust if you just reveal for that one archer. You save 25 gold, but if you need to use 3-4 reveals, it becomes quite costly.
Very true. So we continue this brawl with the heroes back. No staffs, no consumables, nothing. Foggy moved his Engine of War into the middle to help with this fight, but there's no Nature's Blasting yet. Archers can just shoot from it, shoot at it at the from distance. Naga now with boots. That's dangerous for Moon.
Yeah, and Moon's Ancient of War probably, it's at the expansion right now, the natural. So he's going to have a free camp without taking any damage before the bears are out, whereas Foggy, if he can't creep one of these middle camps with this AOW, he's not going to be able to creep anything with it. He's going to have to move it to the lab eventually, maybe cut his losses.
Yeah.
But really stalemated. The only difference is Moon has an extra archer because of that kill earlier. So that's the only difference, but the lures are up for soon to be both players in Tier 3 on the way. First Dryad will be earlier for Foggy, though.
That could be important, but Moon is pulling back with the Demon, maybe going for a staff already, as we have the stalemate situation. Thank you, Triple Do, for the 3-month resub, and Maru Dota for the Prime.
Okay, they're just running back and forth, running back and forth. Still no items from the Ancient of Wonders from either player. But they're truly in a stalemate. And like you said, that Dryad might be the breaker here. Could make a big difference if it's not in range of the archers. Can get on one of those heroes. Can help. It looks like Moon almost gives up this camp, but maybe it's just a fake. Maybe it's just a bait. But 2 Dryads here for Foggy. That might make his army strong enough.
Big moment, that creep. Who's gonna get it? Subby Mask and experience going to Foggy. Moon at the moment empty-handed, but there's a lot more creeps to grab up, and also archers. The Dryads, when are they coming for Moon? Maybe a first one in the middle? Yes, okay. But that was an important engagement for the Ukrainian.
And he gets Sobi Mask. That's an excellent item for the Naga. So you always have a cold arrow. Even if you get burnt down to 0, you'll have a cold arrow in no time. And now Moon goes back, creeps with his Ancient War, gets that parry up to Vitality. Very tanky boy, this Demon Hunter, but the most health he could have given the camps he's prepped so far. So that's going to be nice later on, but both players are going to need level 3. Book of the Dead found by Foggy, who continues to power creep. Definitely getting the advantage in this early creeping because of the earlier Dryads.
Yeah, he could have used it in the fight maybe, but then it's easy to dispel, then it's experience for your opponent that way. He creeps this very, very fast, sells a bit, exchanges the gauntlets for slippers, nice idea, can power creep and get both camps in the middle. That's incredible.
Another lab is pretty easy because he's got rejuve, so Foggy can now, he creeps the first camps with his Ancient of War. He's even got the Ancient of War here now. The value from this unit that's supposed to only build archers.
Foggy, he's just jumping from one objective to the next. Look at this Naga plus 14. It's not the end of the road. Moon is not even level 3 on the Demon, only gets it now. No sign of an expo. Waiting for Master Bears.
All right, yeah, level 2 on the Naga finally. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to get a big sweeping advantage in Demon Hunter Bearmere until there's a big fight sometimes in the middle of the map that one player will win. And then you get a big advantage, but like, as far as Foggy could be ahead right now, he pretty much is. He's got an extra level on the Naga, he got some better items, he even has a stronger army currently, so he's not in a winning position, but he's at least has the slight advantage, which is all you can ask for here.
Incredibly close game. Incredibly close series between them. Way closer than the winner bracket final. Redo applied. Okay, we got Master Bears. We got Master Bears on both sides, actually. 1-1 upgrade against 0-0 indeed. There's a fight brewing, Carson.
Yeah, and it might end up being in Moon's base, which is going to favor him, but Foggy does have, or at least had, the earlier 50 supply. Moon still probably, yeah, Moon still has 1 bear in production. Will they have a gentleman's agreement to meet in the middle? Because neither player is going to want to fight in the base of their opponent with the Moon Wells in the shop in the back, Ancient War in the front. So, you know, fighting in the middle would favor both players, but Foggy, is he going to get a little anxious to fight?
Feels like it, right? It's, doesn't, of course, you don't want to fight into a Night Elf base.
Mm-hmm. Foggy probably feels he has quite a big advantage, again, as big as he could have, because he got the double heal scroll, which is huge in Bearmere. So maybe he's like, I need to fight now, or soon enough, Moon's going to have all the advantages that I once had, including upgrades, including the heal scrolls, including probably Naga level 3, given 1 more creep camp. So I understand how he feels pressured, but I think it was the right choice to not push into that base.
Forces are under attack.
At least not for now. He sees, okay, my opponent isn't home. Maybe I can do something now as he's approaching the rat spot. Big camp, but takes some time. Gives big reward, of course. How much damage can Foggy do now before the TP comes home? Moon is committed to this. Hood of Cunning, not the greatest item. The Engine of War got killed and the TP is gone. But for the experience, this might be worth it. Moon even having illusions.
Yeah, level 3 Naga is what he gained there. And 600 mana on the Naga. That's a lot of Fork Lightnings. Whereas for Foggy, he's only got about 2 in the tank right now. So Moon's going to have... cannot underestimate the amount of damage this Naga can put out when he's allowed to use that full mana pool. Ancient War also going to go down for Foggy. And seems like Moon might have the stronger army, but Foggy's the first to break upkeep, getting 2 more bears, but they're going to be a little while before they can reinforce.
It's again about items, heal scroll, protection scroll, going to Foggy, exactly. Heal scroll bought for Moon 2. Is it worth it to not break upkeep in a situation like this? Is it really worth it to be that greedy, to queue another upgrade? He lets Foggy come to his side, which is usually the better decision.
Yeah, this might be the time when Foggy can actually push into the base. He's going to have a 2-bear lead for quite a while. It's impossible for him to know this. He doesn't know if Moon's broken upkeep as well, which Moon just now did. But if he did know, if he knew he had the 2 extra bears, if he knew he had the extra heal scroll, which he probably knows, he could go. But he's going to play a little bit more tactically. He's going for the Zeppelin drop, and Moon is unaware of this.
Must have seen this, no? He has no TP, and Foggy realizes he has no TP. No Nature's Blessing. This is the first real Doom drop. Oh, he has a TP. No worry, I just didn't see it in time. Is he just brute forcing? Naga comes in, Fork Lightning. Oh, this didn't work before. Foggy needs to get this one, I feel. Demon Hunter in a little bit of trouble, getting attacked by the bears. Has to drop more. Oh, this is so on the knife dash, but he has to eject without getting the kill. And that was quite a bit. But wait, Moon lost a lot of wisps, didn't he?
Yeah, but I was looking at the supply. I was like, is my overlay wrong? What's going on? It's 60 against 45. What the hell?
God,
Foggy might just go again.
If only the developer of this tool wouldn't have taken away the army composition. What a fool.
True. Yeah, but we can count. We can count. And it's still, you know, fighting chance for both players. But yeah, the economy is going to be wrecked for Moon. I think, by the way, there was no town portal. I think he went by when he realized he lost Foggy. He went to the shop and bought one right away there.
Let's see if Foggy can close this out. 14 supply lead, but a lot of that is Wisp. Foggy can, of course, use these Wisps to detonate. Demon Hunter in trouble, has the big healing. Maybe Foggy should check that. Wisps are moving into the back, trying to get rid of that roar. Mana Burn, Fog Lightning, big combo. Moon maybe not expecting this. The Ukrainian marching forward and forward and forward. Back into Moon's base. Moon Juice not looking good anymore.
Yeah, we might be going to game 5. What a treat that would be. Foggy pressing forward, Moon kind of running out of steam, running out of units. Of course, running out of Wisps quite a while ago. And Foggy just pushing. Wow, he solidified just small advantage after small advantage. And then with that Zeppelin drop, really solidified the victory. This is going to be very difficult. Moon could hold, but it's going to be really tricky. He's focusing the Demon Hunter. That is one way.
Whoa! Foggy, the balls! Bears are dropping. So, like a lot of them for Foggy, but now the Demon Hunter is back, and if he doesn't have to worry about them anymore, this might just be the knockout. The Demon Hunter of Moon at the top! Uh-oh, just dies like that. And that is a 15 supply lead, and the GG's, and we go full distance.
All right, boys, it's exactly what we wanted. It's going toe-to-toe here, the Master against the Apprentice. We're going to have 5 maps and 1 last decision. Great game there by Foggy. It seemed like for a while they were refusing to go into Bear Mirror, but now they are. Smart drop by Foggy. Doesn't quite get the Tree of Life, but he killed like 7 Wisps or something. That's so much damage. And the Ukrainian, he might be about to do it.
Yeah, that's the it's an interesting thing because we've seen Keeper in Baromir, we've all seen Naga in Baromir, and you know, Keeper is said to be better in the late game because of the aura, but without a Naga, you can't actually really do successful Zeppelin drop plays like we saw Foggy just win with. So that's really a huge advantage that going Naga as opposed to Keeper gets you. The Fork Lightning on the Wisp is such a big tool, just like we saw the Panda on Autumn Leaves do a similar play as well. So that's a cool thing. I think Naga is probably better overall for this exact reason.
Yeah, I would be very surprised to not see Nagas here. Man, banger of a match. Both players already instantly in the lobby. Let's ask if they need a break. It's a long series, 1 hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah, our first game 5 as well. Incredible.
Yeah, Moon is playing
full
this
distance a ton.
Moon is playing the 3rd series in a row. Winner bracket final, lower bracket final, grand final. This guy.
Yeah, Jesus. 3 best of 5s in a row. My God. I can't remember last time that's had to be done by somebody. Yeah.
34 years old. Still good stamina.
He says, I don't need. What a killer.
Okay. No word from Foggy yet, but if he's giving us the go, we can go. You guys didn't go to the 7K yet, guys. What's up there? You were probably glued to your screens and your second screens and whatever, watching the games, but I still want that 7K there, guys. You have one job. You did a fantastic job throughout the 5 days of the tournament, obviously, and the weeks leading into this. And you bought the profiles, and you donated, and you did the Twitter quest, and you used all the coupons in record-breaking time, and you brought us so close. Can you go all the way, just as we are going all the way with these 2 brave warriors? Man, high stakes. I love it.
Yeah, Concealed Hill will be the final map of W3Champions Season 8 finals. This is it. This is it. Concealed Hill. We've been talking about it. It's another map that does sometimes favor the Priestess. Less likely to see a Bear Mirror here, but we could still see the Demon Hunter Mirror. We've even seen, is it from Foggy? Yeah, I know it was Laliat. I remember when we had a season of Dust League, which ended up being Laliat versus Foggy in a best of 5, maybe 6 months ago. On this map, I think it was one of the 2 of them. I can't remember who. They did a Naga first mass archer push. And then when I asked Foggy about it in the interview, he said it was actually a Moon strategy that he had seen.
Oh, wow.
So maybe Naga first. We could see it here.
Still waiting for Foggy. He does like to take some time in between series. Spam this Froggy to help Foggy. The Foggy fans in chat are already super strong. There's hype around him. For Foggy, he is not the last tournament prior to DreamHack, as he's also playing next, which is starting tomorrow. at 9 a.m. Hells yeah. Shout out 9 a.m.
Nice and early. We're gonna get up and start the week
9
off right,
a.m.
boys.
early. Are you kidding me?
Canadian trooper getting up the entire weekend at like 3 or 4 a.m. A big round of applause and hearts in the chat for Carson, who, knows no sleep, got his second vaccine shot as well. Suffering, his arm hurts. He's feeling under the weather, but for the WC3 Champions, he's there.
And this guy in the
I
chat
heard
just
the
called me a
resentment.
map hacker as well. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just saying, I heard the resentment in that statement. 9 a.m. early? Are you kidding me?
The sacrifice you make to cast in a scene that's honestly mostly Asian and European. I mean, without those regions with those time zones, we wouldn't have a lot of competition. So it's the sacrifice we make over in NA.
We've been in your shoes, Carson. My first big tournament I casted was W3CL finals when no other caster wanted to do it. Solo cast 3 a.m. and then 6 hours of downtime. Oh, those were the days. Not a single game until 9 a.m. But still, back when we could still play songs, a bit of a morning radio. But hey, different story for another time. Foggy is ready. We started the series, and this is the last one. The last determining map. Who's gonna become the W3 Champion? Season 8 champion. Moon or Foggy? The decision.
And it's gonna be like so high pressure. Like, what hero do you decide to go for? What strategy do you decide to go for? These players have been very determined when they go for a strategy. They really full out go for it. The creep routes of Foggy have been pretty much tailored to fit whatever kind of play he wants to do, whether it be more passive or more aggressive, more hit and runny, more macro based. So there's going to be a lot of pressure on just even the initial hero choices here for both players.
Well, we're looking at the altars. It is a Potom once again, and Moon is not going for the Potom. All right. I thought Moon is the master of Potom on this map, and he barely felt unbeatable, but all right, gives Foggy that Potom advantage. While we're giving rounds of applause, by the way, a round of applause also to the admin team that has been with us since day one and earlier. Duro as the #1 tournament organizer, Bisha, who was with us, Grinchy, who stepped in, but especially, first and foremost, Nohiro Masuda, who is as much of a warrior as we are, just behind the scenes, hosting, making the pick band, selecting the servers, and doing everything perfectly so we can focus on the broadcast. Nohiro Masuda, you're an absolute gem and an unsung hero of this scene.
Yeah, Evans have been absolutely killing it. It's an easy tournament to have a lot of issues in because people from all regions, players from China, you have to contact them on things like WeChat and it's always difficult to get vetoes done and just to communicate and get the hosting figured out. So this is one of the most difficult tournaments to admin, as we found out in the past. So it really is a tall task. And honestly, we didn't do a whole lot of adminning, at least during the tournament. It was all them. So big shout outs for sure.
Yeah, I did nothing, and that is perfect. We got a $20 donation by Justin Dollars. Terra Texor also gifting a sub, and we got a $10 donation towards the prize pool. $102 short, everybody, from the big 7K. But now, oh, whoa! A $500 donation by Kleine Schildpad. 7,398. Are you kidding me?
Bro, I'm telling you, every time Kleine Schildpad at the very end, I always say, we were saying the other day, he just drops 20 at the end of every ESL Cup. Now in the last game, drops 500 just out of nowhere. That's always his play. He loves it.
I was about to say, without further ado, let's focus on the game. Boom, there he is. He's the timing master. But all right, we got Moon on the way to tier 2. Huntress Hall coming early, so Huntress transition in. Foggy. Second Engine of War, bottom right-hand side. Is that the AP push, or is that the Autumn Leaves approach that went a little sideways with an expansion again?
Yeah, it's looking very, very similar to Autumn Leaves for sure. Even the Ancient War in the same position. And we'll see if he can do it a little bit better. I think there's definitely some viability to the strategy. Get that expansion up. but Moon seemed to have all the answers. But Foggy definitely has some confidence in this strat to have lost with it and then still go for it. We'll see if he does anything different. Obviously, this could still be an all-in. Just because the Ancient War is in a different position does not mean it's going to be any different from that, and Moon's going to scout the positioning of the AOW. So we'll see. All we can do is wait and see what Foggy decides to do, and that's going to be the same thing Moon does.
Oh, close. Thought he's going to lose that archer here. Every bit of distraction is nice. If you can distract from that level 3 Demon Hunter, steal something, do some damage, drain that Moon Juice. That's all incredibly important.
Yeah, claws are also quite nice for Foggy. Dust still not being prioritized. Maybe Moon's going to grab it now. Yeah, there he goes. Gets the dust. Sells the cloak. And the archers are going to start hiding in the main base. This is a common timing for if Foggy was going for pure huntresses to try to dive on top of those archers. But he would also need the dust to do that. So for now, Foggy just chills, getting more huntresses. We'll wait and see if he uproots that Ancient War. That was kind of the sign that he wanted to play more macro-oriented when he stopped producing off that Ancient War on Autumn Leaves. And then if Moon sees that, he can react again with a Panda. Look at the archer positioning for Moon, though. No way you're going to crack this egg.
Nope, I don't think so either. The invisible archer wall, sometimes used to trap second heroes here at the tavern, sometimes used to... Oh, Demon Hunter! Ooh, close. Used to prevent armies from retreating. Here, preventing armies from entering and keeping the Engine of Lore safe. Moon just loves invisible archers, and so do we.
Yeah, it's a clean game so far by Moon. More difficult map, though, to creep a Panda to level 3, and it will be the Panda, but the Ancient War can be moved into position. Still, it's going to be tricky. He can get level 2 quite easily, but then he's going to have to take another big camp in the face of the Huntress pressure to try to get the level 3, and he's not even going to be able to creep the first camp still.
Yeah, feels like this is just mass. An all-in game 5 for now, at least. Panda, really, really helpful, and I love the choice to go Drunken Haze. Miss chance.
Yeah, really,
look at this. Miss. They all miss.
Yeah, especially considering he's fighting. One archer's going to go down. He's fighting with his archers out in the open. So yeah, like you can do some extra damage with Breath of Fire, but if you allow the huntresses to get on top without haze, they're just going to kill every single archer, even if they're down in numbers. So I think it's a great choice, but still, he needs to get at least level 2 now.
100%. But I feel like Moon, like losing 2 archers there, losing a lot of HP, this will drain the Moon Juice for the push that's coming. He doesn't have glaive throwers. He's only going archers and dryads. Only. Still gonna be strong, very strong against this army comp. But is Foggy ready? He's making his way. He has no gold for scrolls. The timing is a little odd.
Yeah, 50 supply, but again, like Amazonia earlier in the first best of 5, no glaive throwers, but it's still looking like he wants to go for the all-in. Once daytime hits, he'll at least have enough for the first scroll. But the bottom's already quite low and without any mana as well.
I am quite confused, but okay, that confusion is lifting now. All the wisps, all the way up. Town portal sold. There's no plan B. There's just go.
Man, I think Moon is very well prepared for this as well, but daytime hits the Moonwell mana. What, about 600 left for Moon, and that's going to be all he has without using a Moonstone. Heal Scroll, Protection Scroll. Ancient Protectors will come up. They can come up maybe safely at where the Orange Camp once was. This will be it. Can Foggy break the base? If he can, he wins this tournament. If not, Moon holds. He's going to get the 3-2.
That is the balls on Foggy to go for another AP push, just as he did on Amazonia. Here on the last map, where we all thought Moon is untouchable on Concealed. It's that AZ strat again. Did Moon learn enough? Is that Panda the correct choice? The carry?
Yeah, the haze is all right, but I mean, he's not engaging directly yet. You imagine if there's 2 glaives right now in the back. It seems like Moon has more than enough piercing damage. But he's not going to be able to kill the Huntresses and cancel these APs. Luckily for Moon, however, though, the APs aren't in range of anything at the moment. The Panda taking quite some damage, but doesn't really matter. The Panda could go down as long as he uses his mana pool. He's just fine if the APs are now up. But
okay,
Moon hasn't lost anything yet.
And that was a heal scroll and a lot of HP. And it's daytime for 4 more minutes, plus a bit. He's sending all these hunters back. How is he supposed to heal them?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to be very difficult. He's got a lot of Moonwell mana, but that's only enough to heal up a few at least. And another heal scroll should be available quite soon. Moon's getting a counter AP. He also has the luxury of not getting his Hunter's Hall sappered, so he's going to have a glaive thrower prepared. Foggy's getting his own 2 glaives, which is necessary.
Yeah.
But yeah, these APs, they have a long way to go before they really start pressuring the base.
A long and slow way as well, as they don't have Nature's Blessing, of course, on tier 1. Okay, Foggy did this before. We doubted him. If that's really the play, it was the play. But again, Moon looks to be in a better spot. Can these towers, can these glaives make him the W3 champion?
Moon's going to have 2 glaive throwers soon, but Foggy will also have 2, so he'll be able to pressure them. The Huntresses get 1 archer. 1 Huntress also about to fall. There was probably... Oh, no, not another heal scroll purchase. That's going to be necessary for Foggy soon.
I wonder if that was a misclick or Moon just intercepted him. Now he got protection only. He has the gold. Is that not available? Panda got 1. Was that the one?
I think that was actually the one. Yeah, I missed that, but nice play from Moon to grab that. The AP, by the way, gets sniped by the glaives.
So is the Moon. Well, Moon can't go to 60.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Moon, and this is the issue with being on the defending side of this, even if you have your own glaive throwers. You lose your Moonwells, and then before you know it, only one player has the ability to replace the glaive throwers if they trade them out. This is actually looking very good for Foggy.
What the hell? How is this working so nicely? Oh, Miss Raleigh, maybe. Drunken Haze. Oh, wow. Nice save with the Huns. Just create a wall Panda can't reach. Alta falls. Next in line might just be the Hunch Soul once again.
Oh, the glaives in the back are doing so much, and these APs were not broken. There's no glaive throwers left over. There's one on the way, and yes, the Huntresses are dying, but the APs and the glaives are really what the army is now for Foggy. Moon has no health left. I think Foggy's done it. I don't think there's any way for Moon to hold this.
Oh, don't you count out Moon. He finds ways when no one else does, but this time the bottom timing is perfect. Even buys another circlet. And this heal scroll is everything. 3 glaive throws. The Hunt Soul is gone. The Panda is on his way 6 feet under as well. Protection scroll used again. Patience before using the heal scroll.
And the shop's killed too. Level 4 on the bottom. Not a huge upgrade, of course, but the shop going down is a huge kill. And Mood GG's, and Foggy does it 3-2. What a crazy performance from the Ukrainian.
He is the new champion. The one European that made it into the round of 8 is the champion, defeating all the Chinese, all the Koreans, all the Americans players. Unbelievable. 2 maps only lost for Foggy, and man, did he impress us all this weekend. Is he now the best night elf in the world?
He's proven it.
I
mean,
I
he won
would
all the
say,
Night Elf
yeah.
mirrors. Yeah.
He definitely destroyed Lawlight. He was able to beat Moon not once, but twice. His big idol, everyone's hallmark to aim for all the Night Elves out there. Foggy with a stellar performance. The Ukrainian really outdoing himself here today. His shape is looking amazing. Also heading into the DreamHack finals, of course, at the end of this month. Looking absolutely astonishing. And I think we got to hear from him. I think we got to hear what he has to say.
Do you have him on the line already? I think I have to tinker a bit, but not too much. Should be fine.
He's expecting
Hello.
the call, and there he is. Foggy, wow, what a play. Amazing performance. If you could turn on your webcam as well in Discord, that I think people would love to see you as well. But man, what a series, what a tournament. You only lost 2 maps on the way to your championship. You looked amazing. How do you feel right now?
I don't know. I feel tired after such series against Moon. So I have no emotion.
No emotion. That's quite something, man. It was a long series. How did you prepare for this tournament? Was there any specific thing you did, or was this just your weekend?
Yeah, I did specific things, but it's a secret.
It's a secret. Okay.
I don't want to share my practice program before Sweden at DreamHack.
Yeah, 100% understandable. You will be playing in next as well, right? Did I see that correctly?
Yeah, this time they invited me. I was surprised because usually they don't invite any Euro players.
But you're a special one, as you have proven this weekend. It's I don't even know what to say, man. That was such an incredible performance. I think this was the strongest I've ever seen you play. Would you agree with that?
Sure. I think it's my best shape at this moment because I keep play Warcraft and keep keep improve my game. So I think now I'm better and maybe play with less mistakes.
So looking at the games, would you say that you still made some mistakes that you know how to improve, or is this just your best shape that you can be in and the goal is to keep yourself in that shape?
I think key is regular practice, work hard every day, and keep to have motivation because now Warcraft have now Warcraft hard to have motivation for more players, I think.
But I
But
think
yeah.
if the people see you play, they might get motivated to try that again. Mr. Carson, do you have questions to our W3Champions champion?
Yeah, once he's ready for him, he's cleaning his room up. I should do the same. Luckily, I have a green screen. Yeah, one question for me, Foggy. Well, just to start, like that was a ridiculously strong performance. Well done. I'm wondering. I heard through the grapevine that you have like a very early bedtime. You normally go into bed around like 10 p.m., 9 p.m., 11 p.m. So very early. Do you have a very rigid schedule outside of Warcraft that helps you with improving a lot? Like you wake up early, you have a nice breakfast, and then you practice. How's your schedule outside of Warcraft? You seem very disciplined just overall.
Not my schedule not is so unusual. I go sleep maybe 10, 11 p.m. I think it's normal. And get up 8, 9 p.m. or a.m. So, yeah, but of course, I have special routine, just correct special timing for food, for sleep. So, yeah, if I go bed 10, 11, so it must be every day, not like on weekends I can go at 1 a.m. to sleep. So yeah, I try to keep my routine regularly. It's but I think it's normal, like for every sport guy, and for esport, it's also works.
Yeah, it's definitely was very common. I feel like in the past, more so for Warcraft. But yeah, it's almost like the Korean pro gaming way. Like they're all living in a house together and have very rigid schedules, which I think is at least proven to be very good for you in this tournament. Well,
But
congrats, man.
I think Korea have different strategy because they like grinding a lot of games. But
Right.
yeah, I think in my mind, it's better maybe to have breaks. So I do a lot of breaks before matches and games.
Right.
Can take 10, 15 minutes. So I think uh, my practice routine is different than Korea.
Yeah, I think the
players.
idea is to do as much work in one day that you're still willing to work the next day is what I've heard. And if you grind 50 games in one day, you might not want to grind 50 the next, but if you grind 10 one day, you'll play 10 7 days of the week. I definitely think that makes sense, man.
Yeah,
By the
because
way,
Warcraft is such a game when you need to be very fresh and your mind needs to be very clean to
Mhm.
play. Because if you get tired after this, you watch how players playing and
Mhm.
start to ask why he did this mistake, why But yeah, every player have energy level, so I think sometimes you get advantage because another player have low energy level and
Mhm.
did a lot of mistakes, for example, not as usual.
For sure.
by the way, Foggy, I want to tell you, out in chat, there were a lot of people spamming the Froggy for you to support you. The fans were really, really hyped to see you do so well. Great finish for you. It was amazing to see. And the fans were so happy, especially, Eastern European fans. What do you want to say to the fans in chat that were cheering on for you?
Yes, thank you guys very much. I'm sorry that I leave my streaming and now practice without stream, because I try to concentrate and focus only on my practice, but I believe that it's better because I can get a better result and you can watch quality games by me. So thank you a lot for your appreciate. I'm usually watching chat and I'm every your positive comment make me smile.
Cool, man. Thank you.
That is super amazing. Foggy, we leave you now. Thank you so much for participating. Thank you so much for your games. Thank you so much for your time and just being such an awesome dude. Looking forward to seeing you in Sweden soon.
Thank you guys to do such a good tournament. I want to say also thank all admins and organizer for do such amazing tournament. So keep do it, guys. So maybe see you next season.
Hopefully so, man. Hopefully so. The season 8 champion, Foggy. Have a wonderful evening, mate. Bye-bye. We got the boxing champion back. Oh, so beautiful, everybody. That was freaking crazy. And you guys out there in the chat and on Twitch and wherever you are, you keep on donating. $7,500. Prior to the tournament, we set a cap, and so I think Duro was asking me, like, should we cap this somewhere? I'm like, yeah, like, if we get 5K, that's super nice. Let's put it at 7,500. And now we really reached 7,500. That is so much more than for season 7. That's a really, really cool reward. It was Blue Mitten with another 75. Nauj Roar with another 5. Spooks from Hamburg, thank you very much for the 5. Yup with the $10. Mikolas with the 5. Chris with $2. And of course, Kleine Schildpad, you absolute madman, with the $500. Yeah, that was the first time we ran the W3Champions finals all by ourselves with a lot of help by Toxie, we have to say. Duro, Bisha, Nuhiro, Madman, everybody who helped setting up the gym show matches, Rulas, our helper for the FFA show match. That was cool. That was a really cool tournament, if you ask me. We want to hear from you, of course. Feel free to open up a Reddit thread for feedback if you think we can improve things, or tell us what you would like to see in these season 8 finals. This time we focused on a better schedule and make it possible that every game will be streamed and that as many streamers as possible can stream the games, and I think we excelled at that, but sky is obviously the limit, especially with support like that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I said it early in this tournament, and I'll say it again just to end us off here. Like the contribution to the prize pool it seems like, it's just for this one tournament, but really seeing the prize pool get up to 7,500 is encouragement for everyone to play on the ladder, to try to get high rank, to try to participate in this, to set a goal, even for the top level players, but also the lower level players to try to grind up and get to the top rank of the ladder, just to get in for some of the prize pools, encouragement for people to play on the ladder. And it helps everything become more active when we end up with this huge goal that we're able to reach. It is just money, but it does help. It really does have a cascading effect. So it's awesome to see it get up so high.
Yeah, we blew the previous record of season 6. That was $6,000. Now we're at 7,500. It's absolutely incredible. Love to see that you guys love the profile pictures. I think we sold more than 100. We have, of course, some heroes here, like Cercato, who spent at 1,500, Governor with $1,000, Kleine Schildpad 500. Lots of heroes in this community.
For sure.
Absolutely. That brings us to a close. Gentlemen, we have one more War3Champions finals in the books, and I don't know about you guys, but I thought it was a pretty damn cool tournament. Foggy, his claim to fame, his rise to glory, amazing to see. And as he said, the journey isn't over yet. More tournaments are coming. The big DreamHack tourney is on the horizon. We're done for now with War3Champions, but we'll be back real soon.
You guys are back in like 14 and a half hours for next, right? Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm skipping tomorrow, but I will be there from Tuesday on. And not only that, we have so much content for you guys, especially next week, especially for the German viewers next week. You can always check our schedule at backtowarcraft.com. Relatively easy. Here we go. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Next winter start of the group stage. That will happen every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be there in the evening for the European Cup 93. Carson is going to be there at night, I think, for the America's Cup. Is that correct, Carson?
I will be. Need to put it on the website still. I'll be there, though.
Okay. Then on Tuesday, we have the ESL Meisterschafts quarterfinals, Van versus Kevin and Axlord versus Francis. And on Wednesday evening, everybody, Mr. Remo Demo by our side here, that wonderful young chap. He's trying to qualify for the German championship. Woo-hoo. He's already in the top 15. He has to survive the relegation. He's facing the Orc player Tom. He's practicing hard. He has beaten Tom before. It's 2 more steps to glory, and then he's in the top 12, and we will be casting him the entire Meisterschaft. That would be so mega hype if he gives the chance to his opponent and all stars align and he is by, I don't know, somehow defeated. He will then be back at relegation day 2. We of course have the German format Creepjack now under our roof. Myself, Florentin Will, and Slash will be bringing you some action at 5 p.m. on Thursday. And I'm pretty sure something's up on Friday as well before we move over to Berlin for the big ESL Meisterschafts finals next Sunday at 4 p.m. with Slash and Remo and myself in Berlin in the studio. You guys, if you love what we do, we have a support page up, backtowarcraft.com/support. You supported the players a ton. Hopefully you support the War3Champions team a ton on their homepage. You can support us for what we do as well. We are Patreon for secret Discord channel access, for early access to the podcast, for music and movie recommendations, for fun game evenings, for replay analysis, for coaching, for a nice VIP badge in our Twitch chat, and in general the most reliable and steady way to support us, that is the Patreon. Also, of course, we take every single Twitch sub, whether it be with Prime or without Prime. Give us all the subs, give us all the donations as well via Streamlabs, of course, PayPal or credit card there. Cryptocurrency donations possible via OneUpCoin, and we got merchandise over at Streamlabs as well. Shirts, hoodies, mugs, all you can think of is right there. And CORSAIR is, of course, the beautiful sponsor of this stream, giving us the hardware we need to make these streams as good as they hopefully are. And if you want to have some cool gear like mouse, keyboards, headset, mouse mats, RAM, entire desktop PCs, chairs, apparel, streaming gear from Elgato, check out CORSAIR via this link. Use the coupon code BACKTOWARCRAFT for a 10% discount. And that is now it for the War3Champions Season 8 Finals. Gentlemen, it was an honor and a pleasure. Once again, we shout out Nuhiro, Duro, Bisha, Grinchy, Sithrin, Rulers, and everybody who helped making this so awesome. I'm out, leaving you the final goodbye words.
I'm gonna go watch the CS:GO major now. So the perfect timing, guys. Perfect timing. This is a great day. I gotta go get in bed. I gotta get something to eat, maybe some chips. Watch CS:GO major. I'm happy now. I'm great. This is awesome. Fun tournament. Appreciate everyone watching. We had a shitload of viewers. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, and probably the day after that, day after that, day after that, day after that. Plenty more Warcraft, you know. So we'll see you guys soon.
Have a good one, guys. Take care. We'll see you soon. And bye-bye.
Shout out to Riptide for the beautiful pumpkins and the authors. Bye-bye.